Everybody say hello to Monya. Hey, mama. Hey sis, so real quick I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my DIY clip-ins, and then I will be showing you guys how I insert them myself. So these are the items that you're going to be using. Of course, you need your bundles, some scissors, a little needle and thread, and of course some wig clips. So right here I am just sewing two wefts together. I like to do this just so that I use all of the bundles that I have for my clip-ins and to make them thicker. So you can see here that I'm not necessarily going through the weft when I am sewing these together. Just to make it easier, I don't try to go through the weft every single time. I just go through the weft at the beginning and the end of the weft to ensure that they're together, but in the middle you don't really have to go through the weft because it is hard, especially when you're combining wefts, to go through each one. So I just go under the weft. Now I'm going to be showing you guys two techniques. So this first technique, you seen that I went and sewed the two wefts together first, and then I'm now adding the wig clip on. Now you can do it this way, and I also do it, I usually do it my second way, the second way that I'm going to show you guys, because the second way is faster. So I'm all about being efficient and getting stuff done faster. So this is going to be the first way, just sewing the two wefts together, or as many wefts as you're going to put together, sewing those together, and then adding on the wig comb. So I switched up the angle so that you guys could see a little bit better. I feel like it was a little bit harder to see as opposed to this view, but this is the second technique. So the second technique is going to be doing everything in one step. So you're putting on the wig clip and sewing the two wefts together in the same step. So here is the wig clip being sewed on, and now I'm going ahead and sewing the weft together. So I feel like this is definitely faster and more efficient. It just gets the work done faster. So you just see me sewing the weft together, and then when I get to the ends, going ahead and still sewing the weft together, but sewing on the wig clip at the same time. Also making sure while you're doing this to tie up the ends 3 or 4 times, make it really tight. So in this clip I'm just showing you guys that I added more than 2 combs, so make sure to add as many clips as you need to make it secure in your head. Hey sis, welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know me, my name is Jalea and I make content for the Gen Z female and younger. So
You're asking me, Jalea?
So I just showed you guys how I make my DIY clip-ins, and now I'm going to show you guys how I put them in and style them as well. So let's get into it. So these are the clip-ins. I think I was able to make 8 clip-ins with 2 bundles of hair. Keep in mind though, if you use shorter lengths of hair, you may be able to you know, get more clip-ins out of it. I think I used 18 clips to make these clip-ins and 2 bundles, and we're gonna see if this is full enough for. I'm really about to call animal control on them. This is ridiculous.
Listen, y'all, I don't play about dogs, so like, I don't like dogs getting hurt or being mistreated. Like, that really just made me mad.
I gotta get out of here. Okay, so now we're going to style my hair. So I think I'm gonna do like some, you know, like light curls. I should have bought down my flat irons, but I'm going to do that after I get the clip-ins in. So now we're gonna just put them in. I don't put the clip-ins in any, you know, special type of way or like use any special type of tool. I'm really just going to use my fingers to part my hair and just let that be that. I did recently get my hair washed and straightened at the Dominicans. I think early last week, yeah, Tuesday of last week. So it's been a week. Today is Tuesday. Back to what I was doing. Like I said, I got my hair done a week ago, and I just keep it in a ponytail pretty much. So here we are. I wanted to do like a let's chat type of thing. And I wanted to talk about breakups, sis. So I wouldn't necessarily say that I am going through a breakup anymore. I kind of, in the past couple weeks, like, have gotten over my past situation. I definitely still think about the person here and there, just kind of worrying about, because when I was with this person, I was thinking about us having a future together, having a family together, and things like that. So I still here and there think like, if our future isn't going to be, you know, like something that is going to happen, or, you know, like if our future isn't going to be, you know, an actual future, then who will my future be with, and like things like that. Like, it's just really, it's kind of hard for me to think about having a family with someone else. Don't get me wrong, sis, like when this breakup was fresh, it was hard. Like every day I was crying, every day, like random times throughout the day, like at random things. Actually just recently, probably like yesterday or the day before, I was watching something and it had like a, you know, like it had like a cute family in it or whatever, and I got kind of teary-eyed. I did get kind of teary-eyed because I'm like, dang, like that future is really not a thing. Like, it's really not going to be a thing. Like, it's really hard after you've been with someone for any amount of time and you think that this is it, like this person is your person, like this is who you're going to be married to, who you're going to have kids with. Like, it's hard to kind of now like switch that off, and I was really struggling with that. I was really struggling with the fact of that and feeling like, wow, like, is anybody going to love me? Is anybody going to want to stay with me for a long time, or you know, like forever. And I was really struggling with that and feeling like, wow, like I'm not good enough for anybody. Like nobody wants me, basically. Like that's really what I used to tell myself. Like nobody wants me. Nobody's gonna want me. Nobody can stand me for too long, pretty much. And you're probably thinking like, that's terrible. Like that's terrible to say to yourself, but those are the things that I was saying to myself. So right now I'm just clicking these, like opening the clips and getting them ready to like go in. And I'm not doing like any specific order. Like I said, I'm just like parting a piece of hair with my fingers and then just fitting them in. And then also while I was making the clip-ins, like I would kind of measure my head a little bit like this to make a good a length that's going to fit across my head, if that makes sense. But I also need like 2 for up here. I'm probably going to need more extensions, and I don't know how I'm going to do that if this isn't enough, because 8, is that enough? Is 8 enough? Yeah, so I'm gonna leave these 2 for up here, like the top of my head, and then I'm gonna use these bigger ones. But yeah, so I feel like now I'm good. Honestly, I don't even remember when the actual breakup happened. Like we decided that, yeah, maybe we just aren't right for each other right now, at least. Like we both feel like we need to get ourselves together before we try to be with somebody else. And the people that we're turning into may not fit each other, if that makes sense. He's just like growing into a different type of person. And at first I wanted to be the type of person that he wanted, and I would try to convince myself that that's the person that I wanted to be. The person that he is telling me that I need to be, or the type of person that he needs, is the person that I need to turn into, basically, because I want this bright, this good, you know, future. I want this future. I want this family with him. So I need to change myself to be that. And at the end of the day, like after we got out of the situation, I realized that ultimately he just didn't want me. Like he just didn't want me. And I really took that hard. Like I was saying, like he doesn't want me. Nobody wants me, basically. Nobody's gonna want me. So that's what, you know, it is what it is. Like, just because one person doesn't like something that you do or how you are, one, it could be a problematic thing. Like if it's a toxic trait, then it's toxic and it's not right to be that way. But 2, it could also just be that you're not for that person. And I think we really need to, like, once we see those things, see those flags or see those signs, like, just get out of the situation, because what's the point of continuously wasting your time? And once you get out of the situation and actually clear-headed and like you actually see it for what it is, you're just like, what was I doing? So once we parted from the situation, like, he didn't want me. I was heartbroken, y'all, heartbroken. And so, like, I couldn't force him to be with me, so I had to be by myself, so, and be single. So once the situation ended and I'm like, actually got some clarity, I'm like, okay, like, he didn't want me. This is the type of person that he wants, and I'm not that type of person, and it is what it is. Like, the way that I am, the way that you are, somebody else is going to love that. Somebody else is going to want that. That might be the best thing about you to someone else. Excuse me. So us women, we really need to love ourselves first, and we really need to hone in on what our good traits are, what our bad traits are, like our characteristics and things like that, and just work on that, work on ourselves, and have that person come in when it's time for that person to come in. Because honestly, I've never been single, like, not for a good amount of time, or like not for a sufficient amount of time. Like, right out of a situation, I'm like,
okay, who's next?
Like, and it's, I would call myself a hopeless romantic, or like someone who loves love. Like, when I'm in a relationship with someone or dealing with someone, that person becomes my best friend. So when I lose that, it's like I have no one to talk to. I do have friends, but I'm just not very open with them. I'm very open and comfortable with the person that I'm dealing with. And I don't know if that's like a certain thing, or like, you know, something. If you guys know, let me know. But I'm not very open with my friends. Like, I can't show my true self to my friends. And guys, I'm a Capricorn, if you know that matters to anybody. But I'm a Capricorn. We are very prideful. We don't want a lot of people to see. We don't want anybody really to see our flaws, or, you know, to see our downfalls, to know that we are hurting, we are sad, we are doing not good. We don't like for people to know that. So with me, all of my feelings, all of my everything goes into that one person. That one person knows not everything, because I don't tell anybody everything, but they know most things more than anybody. So when I lose that, I try really hard, first of all, to keep hold of it. That's why I was trying to hold on to that, why I was trying to change myself to be what that person wanted me to be, or what that person wanted, because I didn't want to lose my best friend ultimately. And it was just really tough for me. It was really tough for me. I was crying every day. I just felt I didn't feel like I had a purpose anymore, because I felt like that was supposed to be my husband. That was supposed to be the father of my kids. So if I don't have that, then what am I doing here? And yeah, so it just took me some time to feel like something, feel like somebody, feel like I needed to be here. And I take care of myself. I take care of myself. And as a Capricorn, we are really business minded. We're really like realistic and like down to earth. I think, aren't we an earth sign? I think we're an earth sign, and we are really down to earth and like realistic. So even though I was really hurt, really sad, crying all the time, like I still had to work. I still would work because I know I need to take care of myself. Like I need to pay the bills. Nobody else is going to do that. Like I will literally just be working and just bust out crying, and just really wanted to be by myself. Really didn't want people to see me, and I'm already kind of a loner. Like I really stick to myself. So when that happened, I was 100% isolated, and I just had to, why do I sound like this? Sis, you're not about to cry on this camera. So I just had to really give myself a purpose other than that. Like I still want a family, I still want a husband, you know, I still want to buy my home with my husband and things like, buy a home with my husband and things like that. Mama Demoy. Yes, I still want all these things, of course, but right now I need to get right with myself. I need to be by myself. Like I really need this moment of singleness to really figure out who I am without someone else attached to me, so that I can set clear boundaries when I am with someone, and know what I want and be able to demand it and build something for myself by myself, so that when people are trying to come into my life, I can, this is what I bring to the table, this is who I am, this is what I want, this is what I need, and that's that on that. And if you're not going to supply it, if you want to play games, if you want to BS, like you can go ahead. So I'm really trying to just work on myself, work on my goals, work on everything that I wanted to do, which is why I'm here doing this video, because one of the things that I want to do is do YouTube. I really want to be more open, and I really want to speak more. Whoa, I don't know what's going on with my throat. I really want to speak out more and be a model to young women my age and younger, especially in the Black community. I know that there's a lot of young women without support or without role models, like good role models, and just in broken families. And because I come from these things as well, like I have grown up with it firsthand, and I just want to be that for somebody. I want to be a good role model for a young woman. I want to be someone that a younger Black girl can see and be motivated by, pretty much. So yeah, that's my spiel. I think I have like only 2 extensions left, other than the 2 that are going to go on the top of my head. Moyen, please stop. I gotta see how I'm gonna fit the rest of these in my head. So I went through a bad breakup the past few months, I guess. I honestly don't even remember when it officially happened or actually happened. So I'm gonna say December or January, December of 2020 or January of 2021. I really don't know, because it was just a whole whirlwind, just a mess. And like I am a strong girl, but I just wasn't strong enough to leave that situation by myself. Like I would have, I'm definitely a fighter. I'm the one who's like, oh no, we gotta fight for this, we gotta make this work, like I love you type of person. But if the other person isn't if the other person isn't wanting to do that, isn't wanting to fight as well and make it work as well, then like this, you can't fight yourself. So it just fell apart. So there's that. Single, been single ever since.
Who's next? Go, 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 go.
I gotta find my king. I gotta find my husband, basically. Like honestly, honestly, I'm gonna say that that has been like my life's mission. And I think that this thing is like, why would I make it this big? I honestly think that's been like my ultimate life's mission. Like even as a child, like literally one of my goals before like graduating from school, so like college being the highest, before graduating from college, I wanted to not meet my husband. I wanted to be dating someone. I wanted to know who my husband was going to be. I wanted to know who my husband was going to be because I wanted to grind with my man, basically. Like I wanted us to both be, you know, at the level that we're at and just grind and build something together. Like that was my ultimate, that was what I wanted. And here I am without a man. So it didn't happen and I was crushed. Like I was really crushed because of that. I'm just like, now I have to go out into this crazy world by myself and figure it out by myself. Like I don't have anybody to fall back on. I don't have anybody to basically feel like I'm going through this struggle with. And that's what really got me. Like that's what really got me, y'all, because now I feel like I'm in this world. I felt like I was in this world alone. But honestly, now it is what it is. It's whatever. Like I don't feel that way anymore. I know I have friends who love me, family who love me, and I'm just going to focus on accomplishing my goals now by myself, making something of myself before I try to bring somebody into the mix, because I want to be successful and accomplished by myself. I feel like I went off on tangents and I didn't really explain everything, but I said a little bit that after I got out the situation, I went straight to my what I would usually do. Okay, gotta talk to the next guy, find my husband. You know, he's not my husband, so let's go out here and find him. And I talked to one person and I just felt like I found the one. Yo, I felt like I found the one, y'all. So I started talking to a guy like literally immediately right after. He was saying all the right things. He just seemed like the perfect man, y'all. Like, so I thought I found the one. Like, the literally, like, we was talking about when we was gonna move out together, when we was gonna get married, have kids, like the whole nine, y'all. And that it just blew it just blew up. And after that I was just like, okay sis, like, you just gonna have to take some time. Like, you just gonna have to take some time to yourself, because these men out here are crazy. Like, they're actually insane. Like, they, Moyen, stop eating the hair. These men out here are actually insane. Like, well, people overall, some people are out here insane, but these men, they be on another level. And I was just like, okay, like, okay, I'm the type to, after I see a couple red flags, I'm like, okay, peace, like, peace out. Because after my most recent situation, like the breakup with the guy that I've been talking about in this video, after that guy, I just don't have the time or the energy or the interest really to play with you. Like, I'm not gonna play with you. If you do something that I don't like, and it's not too bad, I'll try to talk to you about it and, you know, get it fixed or whatever. But if I see major signs and like major problems that are really going to turn into a problem in the future, like, I'm not doing it. I'm not sticking around to see you change or hope that you change, or I'm not playing with you, basically. Like, I'm not playing these games. Like, I played these games for 4 years, 4 years. And what did I get from it? Literally nothing. So I'm not playing with y'all no more. So once he showed his ass, I was like, yeah, you gotta go. You got to go. You need help, and I'm not going to be here to see if you get it. I'm going to tell y'all that story. I'm going to tell y'all that story because a mess. So that was that. And after him, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. All right, let me go get a brush and a comb now so that I can make this look like something. And I'm going to get I'm gonna get the flat irons. Yeah, so since then, that really pretty much blew up Valentine's Day. So since then, I've just been doing my thing, and being by myself. And honestly, y'all, like, in the beginning I was hurting, and all right, wait, let me go back to the situation. I like the point of me saying that I am a huge advocate of spending some time with yourself after a relationship that actually meant something to you. Unless you aren't interested in being seriously with somebody, like getting into another committed relationship, then, you know, and you just want to get your mind off the other person, then, you know, do your thing, you know, be free, do you, whatever, do that. But if your goal is to be in a committed, healthy relationship, then I'm an advocate for taking some time to yourself, just to, you know, make sure everything's right here. Just spend some time by yourself. Just give yourself time to be with yourself, because all that time you were with somebody else, just, you know, spend time with yourself. Like, figure out, learn yourself over again, clearly I have been attracting negative, bad energy to me. So I need to get myself right and figure out how to cut, you know, stop these things at the door. Like, you can't even get into my space. I can't even give you time if you have that negative energy looming around you. And I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that he was, you know, telling me sweet nothings, or, you know, manipulating me, I guess, if that's what you want to say. I didn't notice that. I was just, you know, whatever, brushing little things under the rug or whatever. But like I was saying, I'm a huge advocate of that, spending some time with yourself, getting to know yourself, just making sure you're right, you're okay, you're mentally correct, you know, before you are trying to bring someone else into your life. Because, you know, I just latched onto that person. I just, you know, just his answers that he gave me, I latched onto it, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is it, this is the one. Like, because you want to make sure you are demanding what you need and you are not getting bamboozled. But I'm gonna go get the flat irons and the mirror right now and get this right. Okay, so I actually decided to bring my curling wand. I feel like it would be easier to make curls. After a breakup, you really just gotta, like, you really need to boost yourself and work on your confidence. If you know the situation, if you took a hit with your confidence during that relationship or during that breakup, just make sure you work on building that again. Because honestly, my confidence was never the best. Like, because I always had a guy, you know, I started becoming conditioned. Like, if I don't have a guy, then I'm not doing something right. If I don't have a boyfriend, I'm not doing something right. If I don't have a boyfriend, then nobody loves me, you know? So just make sure everything is right at home before, you know, you start bringing guests in. I just want to have my stuff together first, so I don't feel like I have to compromise in certain situations where I don't necessarily want or need to, because I feel like I need something from that person, or that person feels like they can belittle me, or you know, I don't know if that made sense. But I just want to make sure everything is right, so that when I come demanding and I come saying this is what you gotta bring to the table, like, it makes sense, you know? Like, because you can't be asking for, oh, he need to make 6 figures, he need to be this tall, he needs to body right, like, and you just, like, how he need to make 6 figures and you don't even make 5, sis. Like, make it make sense. So that's what I'm trying to say. It needs to be right. It needs to make sense. The stuff that I'm asking for needs to make sense, you know? Like, it's still some bumps. If I could just give some tips for dealing with breakups and how to deal with the breakup, I would say to, one, either take some time for yourself, just get to know yourself again, you know, participate in some self-care activities, self-love activities, you know, just to work the muscle, you know, work out the muscle, make sure that it's there, it's good, it's working good. And if you are not wanting to participate in anything serious, then, you know, do your thing, date, talk to other people and stuff like that, just to do it. But just don't do that all the time, because I did that all the time, and now I'm insecure. Self-confidence isn't there really. I felt like I needed somebody, like literally just in these past couple months I've learned that, oh, I don't need to be with somebody. Like I can be by myself. I can spend time by myself and actually enjoy myself. So just make sure, be aware of that, and keep yourself busy. Like I keep myself busy. I'm always working, always trying to do something for myself. I just recently went to the bookstore, Barnes and Nobles, and got some books from there. So I want to start reading again, like transformational books and things like that. So I want to start reading more. Always working, taking care of myself, figuring out really what I want to do with myself, like career wise. I know that I want to own my own businesses, but what type of businesses do I really want to do? What type of things do I really enjoy doing? And getting to know things like that, like getting to know myself, really getting to know myself without another person. Because when I'm with another person, I'm thinking, okay, how can I make this person happy? How can I build something with this person? Like I don't really think for myself. I build my future in terms of having another person and being with somebody else. And is that the healthiest thing? I don't believe so. So, yeah. And once you keep yourself busy and you're doing things that you like, and you're getting to know yourself and you're actually beginning to love yourself, you really don't have time to think about your ex or, you know, the last person or the next person. Like you really don't have time. And you also have to give yourself time. In the beginning, like I said, I just hopped on to the next person. Like I didn't give myself time. I didn't give myself time to hurt and to heal. Like I just was hurting and I didn't want to hurt anymore. I didn't want to feel that way anymore. I didn't want to cry every day. I didn't want to just burst out in tears and like at the grocery store. Like I just didn't want to feel that way anymore. And I just didn't like it. I was scared. I just wanted somebody else to take my mind off of it. And that led me into the next bad situation. So just get right. Okay. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say on the topic. I'm gonna start curling this. I should have just bought the flat irons down. Okay, so this is the finished look. I think it looks pretty good. It's blended in really well. If you can see, I did, like I said, put like some shiner, or I call it shiny spray. Like it just makes the hair shiny, so it kind of blends in a little bit better with the extensions. But this is the finished look. My hair is pretty long. It goes down like past my butt, but I do like really long hair, so it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you did get something from it. I hope it helped. If you are going through a breakup and you're just at the really hard stage right now, I just want you to know, like, give yourself time. It is going to get better. It is going to get better once you cut ties with the person completely and just focus on yourself, or focus on something else. Focus on making yourself better. Focus on doing for yourself and making yourself happy. It will get better. You literally won't have time to think about that other person or what they're doing, or, you know, anything like that. Just give yourself time. Time definitely does heal, or, you know, makes you forget something. Time has done something for me, and I want you to know that it will do something for you, and you will realize your worth, and you will love yourself, and you will have a happy life. Just believe that you are worth a good life, and make that happen for yourself. So yeah, that was my take on breakups and what I've been doing and how I've been getting through my breakup. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said in this video, comment down below like some videos that you would be interested in seeing, or, you know, informational videos, entertaining videos. I do want to make videos for the Gen Z female and younger, so my age and younger. But yeah, that's the end of this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.